In the ports of China at night, things are starting to get interesting. Logistical routes are growing by the second around the world. Day by day, deal by deal, country by country. Are we about to witness a plan for world domination with trade rather than on the battlefield? This is China's trillion-dollar bet. There's an old Chinese proverb. It goes something like this: never put off what you can do today for tomorrow. Today, the United States is the world's premier superpower, but tomorrow, that will almost certainly change. That's because China has put down about $1.9 trillion of funding to create the largest trade network in world history. So today we're going to give you the inside scoop on what the plan is, how it will be carried out, and why it is a threat to America's economic dominance. China's plan is known as the BRI, which stands for the Belt and Road Initiative. At its core, it is a massive infrastructure plan that aims to link most of Asia, Africa, and Europe into one giant trade network. The idea behind it is to create a series of ports, railways, and highways that can be used to ship Chinese goods across the world, with these being linked by 6 economic corridors that will be large centers of trade. And while this idea may seem far-fetched, it is quickly becoming a reality. As of today, a total of 140 countries have signed on the BRI, with some of these including regional powerhouses such as Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Italy. And thanks to the last US administration for ignoring these developments, the BRI has expanded massively over the past few years. But one big question still remains: how this is all going to work.
Total trade between China and other Belt and Road countries has exceeded $3 trillion from 2014 to 2016, and China's investment in these countries has surpassed $50 billion. Chinese companies have set up 56 economic cooperation zones in over 20 countries, generating for those countries some $1.1 billion of tax revenue and 180,000 jobs.
The initiative is never a competitor. Rather, it aims to complement the strategy of countries involved by leveraging their comparative strengths.
As of now, China has convinced 140 countries to partake in their projects by providing them with low-interest loans that are more attractive than those offered by the American-controlled IMF or World Bank. Once these loans are extended by either the government or the government-controlled companies, the Chinese governments then send over experts to supervise the creation of their BRI mega projects, with most involving both local and Chinese laborers. One example of this is Sri Lanka's Hambantota port, which was financed to the tune of $8 billion from Chinese banks in 2017. Interesting enough, in order to hold a more commanding geopolitical position in the region, China even managed to pull a rather shocking debt for equity move. That's because in exchange for waiving $1.1 billion in debt owed by the Sri Lankan government, China received an 85% stake in the port, which will remain leased to China for the next 99 years. Another major project has been Kenya's Mombasa-Nairobi Railway, linking the large coastal city of Mombasa with the country's capital of Nairobi. It was built with the help of $3.6 billion in financing from the Chinese government, and in the future, the plan is to link Kenya's railway with other railways across East Africa. And what is more interesting, China has even financed upgrades of existing infrastructure. One such example was a deal reached with the Greek government, who in 2016 agreed to sell China a 67% stake in the port's revenue in exchange for €369.3 million in cash and €600 billion in upgrades. And as of now, this plan has worked without a hitch. According to a 2019 study, more than 24 countries now owe more than 10% of their GDP to the Chinese government. In other words, the amount of money these countries owe to China is equal to about 10% of all economic output in the country. At first glance, while this may seem like a problem, it is a sign of each country's faith in the BRI, as these large investments indicate that they will do whatever is necessary to make sure that the BRI succeeds. Low to middle income countries as a group owe $370 billion to China, far surpassing the $246 billion in debt that they owed to all the 22 Paris Club members combined. This is a big deal because the Paris Club is made up of some of the most powerful countries in the world, as it includes major players such as the United States, United Kingdom, Japan, and Germany. Therefore, the fact that China loans out more money to developing countries than all of these Paris Club members combined shows how China is willing to put its money where its mouth is in order to ensure that the BRI is completed both efficiently and effectively. To conclude, we think it's fair to say that while China is on the rise, the United States and its allies are in some serious trouble, and unless they begin to take the BRI seriously, they may soon find themselves at odds with the Chinese economic empire. While China remains committed to investing trillions improving its economic ties with other nations, growing skepticism is building with its largest trading partner, the United States of America. Sensationalism has taken over the news headlines, fueling fear, like China's military and the Belt Road Initiative, Real.com, weaponizing the Belt Road Initiative, Asia Society, how is China influencing African military and police forces, the Washington Post. In our competitive and fast-moving world, many nations align themselves together, building relationships. Some nations believe in other strategies. Is China using the BRI to expand its military strategy? We leave you with a few facts to consider. Let us know in the comments down below whether you think China will eventually overtake the United States. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, thanks again. Reportify Media.